Morning, everybody. So we'll start with, of course, there's some technical things that go. So I don't have my laptop to run the demo here, but I have my great CEO behind the stage. I will be walking him through. So first thing is important to talk about IBEX is comprised of three products. We have our over-the-counter OTC desk, our digital wealth management. We have IBEX Pay, which is the product that was just mentioned here, which is our payment product for merchants. And we have our IBEX Hub product, which is our infrastructure product, which is I'm going to run you through today. If anyone was here last year for the IBEX Pay demo I did, that IBEX Pay product was built with our IBEX Hub infrastructure. So it's important to note that this hub infrastructure and what you're about to see here, this demo, is a visual representation of the APIs that we give you. So we give you, I like to call it a toolkit or a toolbox of APIs that are comprised of some of these features here, which I'll walk you through. But the main ones, obviously, being send and receive Lightning. So this is our hub product. You can get access to this by going to our website up here, powered by ibex.io, and applying for a MetaMap and doing your KYC. And once we verify that, we'll give you access to this dashboard. It's very important to note, again, this is a visual representation. You're not going to use this dashboard. You're going to use Postman or some other developer tool to plug in our APIs. Don't use this to run your dashboards, etc. It goes without saying, but you'd be surprised. Anyway, so first we're going to jump in. This is your home screen where you can view all your transactions that are getting run through your hub account. And then a little transaction summary. You can download your CSV. You can break it up with a few different breakdowns there. But let's jump into accounts, which is going to be this tab right here. Now, accounts is where you set up your individual hub accounts or segregated accounts or omnibus accounts. I already have all the accounts pre-built, Jose, so you don't have to create any new ones if you want, but go ahead and create BTC Media. He can select a currency. So right here we have millisatoshis, 1,000 Satoshi, or millisatoshis per Satoshi. We have that because we have clients, gaming companies, etc., that like to stream sats, mini amounts, so we denominate everything in millisatoshis. You'll also notice we have USD, Guatemalan quetzales, Mexican pesos, and I don't know what the developer is doing, but they added Haitian gourds there. That might just be for testing. However, these three we actually have live, meaning we can hold a stable balance currency for you in USD or Mexican pesos or Guatemalan quetzales, and that is through banking and liquidity partnerships that we have in those regions. So we'll just go ahead and we can not create the account or create the MSAT account. Go ahead, Jose. And now we've created an account that we can fund. So this is a mainnet platform. It's not a test net, so you fund it like anything else. The sandbox, you can fund as much as you want into it. Only 100,000 Satoshis withdrawal per day. It's a sandbox environment. All right, so we have the account made. Let's go ahead to invoices. And this will be an interactive demo, so if anybody has a Lightning wallet or a Lightning address, if you want to make some minor Satoshis, let me know in a moment here. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to receive some money into the BTC Media account that we just created. Okay, I'll pay this one, and you guys can pull the money in a minute. I'm going to send this. If it scans on that, it might not scan on the projector. Too grainy. Jose, you want to scan that from backstage off the computer? Thank you. Last year on the proof of work stage, there was the hookup up here, so I could have orange. So once he pays this, the BTC Media account will be funded with 10,000 millisatoshis. If we had this amount denominated in USD, there we go, Satoshis received. If we had it in USD and we put in a plug for 10,000 millisatoshis, it would automatically convert the current price of 10,000 millisatoshis into whatever that value is into US dollars. It would be cents, but that's what would happen if you had it denominated in USD, Mexican pesos, etc. So that's how you fund an invoice. You can also send one. We'll skip that, but it's kind of the same concept. Hit send, put in an amount, put in a Lightning address, hit send, and now the sats leave your hub account. Next, we have LNURL. Now, LNURL is a very cool feature. Normal Lightning invoices expire after a certain amount of time. LNURL are static invoices. You can make them, you can put them on a billboard, you can print them out. you can do really any static type of thing with them. I want to charge $10 for every coffee, and you just put it on the bar, and every time it's scanned, $10 will show up at the equivalent sats value. You can peg it to, again, USD. So if you want to charge, think about for international corporations that sell chairs, right? And they've got all this FX risk and all this other junk going on trying to keep their currency flowing. They sell chairs around the world. Well, what if they wanted to sell every chair for 100 USD no matter where it was? They said 100 USD there, no matter what Lightning wallet it scans with, the local currency will be displayed with that Lightning wallet, but it'll always ring back into your hub account for 100 USD, making your accounting for your chairs very easy. Anyway, so LNURL Pay is one feature, static QR code to pay, and then we have LNURL Withdrawal, which is you can set voucher amounts, voucher codes, number of withdrawals. So this is the one where you get the Satoshis, but I don't know if you'll be able to scan it. We're going to do, Jose, let's do an LNURL withdrawal for the, actually no, let's skip that, and we'll do splits with the, we'll do splits instead. So LNURL withdrawal, again, you can pull money out of a screen. Use cases for that, think cash in, cash out, remittance points. You have 8,000 bodegas in the US and 6,000 in Mexico. Someone wants to go in, give 100 Mexican pesos. QR code pops up, they scan it with their Lightning wallet, their BAZ app, which now enables by IBEX, 11 million users in Mexico. They scan it with their BAZ app, and they can get the 98 pesos back out minus the fees, right? On the other side of that, they go in with Bitcoin, they scan the QR code, they pay the 98 pesos, and they get the $100 back from the teller. So cash in, cash out solutions are kind of the primary use case we see with the LNURL Pay and Withdrawal. Next, we have basic on-chain addresses. I don't really need to explain that to too many people here, I don't think. You can link any account that you have within your hub system to an on-chain address, and when you do that, create a generated address. Now, anything sent to that will go into this hub account, and you can create as many addresses as you want per account. Next, Lightning addresses, which are a ton of cool features with Lightning addresses, and I don't think a lot of people understand how powerful they are. For me, one of them is Lightning is an open ecosystem. It's a global payments network. What does that mean? If you're on Lightning, you can send to anybody else on Lightning. You don't have to build their API integration with payment company, payment company. If they're on Lightning, you have Lightning addresses, you guys can send value back and forth. What does that mean, though, if you don't want to put, say, Lightning or Bitcoin into your application? You don't want to talk about Bitcoin or Lightning. You're a fintech. You just want to move money, right? What you can do is you can have stable accounts, and you can move that value back and forth with the Lightning address, but you can start as a closed ecosystem, like a Venmo, right? What we call whitelisting. So let's say fintech.money only wants to send money to fintech.money addresses. You can do that. And then after you say your POC and you want to work with cashapp.money, you can say, hey, Cash App, can we open a channel with you? And if you do it that way, you don't have to disclose you're really using Bitcoin. You can just say, I'm whitelisting and opening up my walled garden one company at a time. Versus if you go out and announce to the world that, hey, we're on Lightning and Bitcoin, anyone can send you money from any Lightning address in the world. Lightning addresses allow you to kind of whitelist those people. Also, in Africa, Lightning addresses are used for Bitcoin payments using USSD, Lightning payments over USSD, meaning cell tower texts. So a lot of great use cases. We recommend you use a .money address, not a .com. People understand that they're sending money. So when you create your Lightning addresses, fintech.money. And then on to split payments, which I think is one of the coolest features that we have. This is the ability to pay one invoice and have it go to many different places. This includes, so here I have a main neobank Mexican account denominated in millisatoshis. So neobank main. Then I have a neobank Mexican account. Sorry, I said that earlier wrong. Neobank Mexican is denominated in Mexican pesos. Neobank USA is in dollar amount. And then this is a Lightning address I took from someone earlier when I was testing, and so he's probably going to get some Satoshis right now. But if we edit this and someone wants to give me a Lightning address, I'll have Jose add it in the back, and I'll pay an invoice, and you should get the split. Does anyone have a Lightning address available? This guy? All right, what's your... Christopher at Wallet of Satoshi. And he's going to get 10% of this payment. Now, you don't have to fill out the whole 100%, right? Whatever is left over in the percentage will stay in Neobank Main's account. So Neobank Main gets paid. 50% is going to go to their Mexican stable account for, say, Mexican overhead for that company. 10% will go to a neobank USA to cover the overhead for the USA company, and then 10% is going to go here for Christopher, say he's the tax man. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll create an invoice. We'll select neobank main right there. We'll put an amount of Satoshis. Let's do 10,000 or 100,000 millisatoshis. We'll create that invoice. Boom, let me try this again. And Christopher, if you'd be so kind to, it's not going to work for me, Jose, you're going to have to do that from back there. So at the point that this is played, all those go. Now you can do it to internal hub accounts. There we go. Invoice has been paid. Now you can send this to internal hub accounts, and there we go. Christopher got paid. And the other accounts, they got the money split into them. Now, the interesting thing about this too, when you create your splits, from the same split, you can split to an on-chain address, an internal hub account, or another external Lightning address. So on-chain Lightning and internal hub accounts are all supported from the same splits. Now, if we go into the transaction history for this client, we'll see there, go on up, Jose, neobank main, scroll on down. I think it should be at the top there, 100,000 Satoshis right here. So we have Lightning, that's it, received, right here. So here's the Lightning that was received. There's the 50,000 that went to the Mexican stable balance. So if we go check the Mexican account after this, you'll notice that it's denominated in Mexican pesos. So this 500,000 millisatoshis automatically converted. This 100,000 millisatoshis went to the US account. And this one, you notice, should have been 10,000 to Christopher, but Wallace Satoshi took their fees out of that. So the internal hub accounts were not charged fees. Wallace Satoshi, because that's what he's using, took his fees out. But if Jose goes to, let's see, Neobank Mexico, and we go to the transaction history there, you'll notice that they received 2.39 Mexican pesos, about 499 sats, which was the 500,000 millisatoshis we discussed. So at the bottom here, and that's pretty much the that we have. We have other projects that we're working on that are not there, but if you have a sandbox environment, you'll be the first one to get those before they hit production. So you get to use our play systems as we create them. And then down here, we have our documentation, and Jose's showing us the stable USD. We got about 2 cents there in that split. And here we have the documentation at the end on how to go ahead and program all this cool stuff. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. My email is rai@poweredbyibex.io. It's my main focus. We're really a company focused on the global south, so my main target markets are APAC and Africa, and then, of course, the rest of our team is really focused on LATAM. We founded in Guatemala, expanded into El Salvador and Mexico, and we're quickly approaching the rest of South America, but I'm really on the US, Africa side. So any questions, please feel direct them to me. You can find us at poweredbyibex.io, and if you're interested in a merchant solution, you can go ahead and go to ibex.io. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Miami, for the last 3 years in this amazing city. The whole world shut down, but Miami welcomed us with open arms. We want to show Bitcoin to the whole world. We are taking the conference on the road to set the stage for Bitcoin in a new city. Nashville. Bitcoin 2024 is coming to Nashville in Tennessee, a city that is known as a music and freedom city. Bitcoin 2024 in Nashville from July 25th to 27th.